What is up, guys and gals? Mexican Burt Reynolds here after a short absence. Now, a few questions before we get into things, or mainly answers, I would suppose, about my last upload featuring Byzantine Falcon. I didn't turn off the comments on purpose. I used YouTube's new uploader, and one of those things says, "Is this video for kids?" And I'm like, well, yeah, I don't, swear in my videos, except streams, quote unquote. And so I said, yeah, sure. And apparently they don't allow comments, I mean, I can see it. I get it. But, going forward, we're going to use the old school uploader. And I'm sure you could, I could probably use the newer one and just say, hey, it's not for kids or whatever. But anyway, anywho, moving on. A few things before we get into this right here, folks. JarHead has recently purchased a PC as well as capture card, so expect a lot of new things out of this gentleman. If you'd like to check out his channel, which I highly recommend you do, go down to the description box and look under World of Warship Peeps. Now, this particular footage here is by our old pal Dgen. I don't know if this is a change gamer tag type of situation or what have you. That being said, here we are. Now, he is in the Tier 6 Ashiasho, if I pronounce that right. I am not 100% sure. And this thing can literally throw up a wall of skill. Speaking of which, his channel is below as well in the description box in the World of Warship Peeps, and I definitely recommend you check that out as well. Now, we've got a little bit of action going on here. Colorado out in the distance. We've got a Pepsi Cola. We've got a few things out there brewing. We're definitely, considering, putting some rounds downrange, torping some lanes and what have you. We go ahead and use Torp Booster there. Send one going down the lane there. We are spotted. Not a good look considering the kind of situation we're in, which, we kind of went in here amongst them. We are taking some fire, literally.
The ship is on fire.
And we have a Jervis danger close here. Now, a lot of folks, I believe, would have fired right about then. Dgen kind of holds his fire until the last minute, which is a very, very wise decision. It's not a good look for this gentleman right here. It kind of looks like he's going to catch one in the tail end and kablamo. To the bottom of the channel for you, sir. And he connected a few shots moments before that occurred. 42,000 damage. Just literally got, oh my gosh, we made more shots. Just literally spawned in the game here. 57,000 damage. Amazing, amazing game thus far. Now, folks, the reason he sent this to me is because he made a ridiculous amount of credits with this thing. And I am going to share it with you. If you have this thing, I highly recommend you use it because this thing will make money hand over fist. Almost 65,000 damage there. Top of the board there. 2 down for the bad guys, 1 down for the friendly there. So not a whole lot of movement on the top of the leaderboard, as it were. So we don't have a whole bunch of stuff going on. Just kind of posted here, left of the mid, just waiting on targets to present themselves more or less. We don't necessarily want to throw torps at somebody who, is going to get killed before they even get there. So that's definitely something we need to think about. But at the same time, we need to keep our options open. We've got all of our, looks like all of our consumables there on a cooldown minus the speed boost, which of course we immediately use as soon as I mentioned it. But, and that's one of the things that, you can kind of keep going more or less most of the game. If you're not using it, it's going to be on cooldown, so it seems. A little bit of action over here to the port side. Kind of creeping on them. They don't really have any eyes on us just yet, and that is exactly how we like to do business. You don't really, in a vessel such as this, a Tier 6 DD, you don't really want to go out there and say, hey, look at me. Because, you could really end up getting, properly decorated. Kind of like what the situation was earlier. Now, that being said, though, if you work your islands properly, maybe you can get some things going on. But at the same time, you do have to have good situational awareness, simply for the fact that, it's a big map. and you can have somebody shooting 15, 20 kilometers away at you from the side. You may have 100% cover from somebody, but not cover from somebody else. So something you definitely need to think about, you know, when you have a vessel that has a rapid firing type platform. Not saying that we do have that, but we're just saying, you know, in the kind of lull of the action here, that's something you kind of need to keep an eye on. The enemy team is disintegrating. This is a good look for us. We've got a nice torp spread there at this gentleman. If he turns hard, he's going to take him. If he slows down, he's going to take him. It looks like he's kind of outranging them. We kind of fired them extreme range. He's going hard right rudder, and it looks like he's pulling right out of it. And that's exactly what happened. And it happens to all of us DD guys. You know, you're going after somebody, and they just immediately throw the rudder over. And you know, a lot of folks, there's kind of two schools of thought. A lot of folks say, well, you know, turn into torps. That seems to be the best way. And then a lot of other folks are like, hey, turn out of torps. You know, in my mind, it's kind of situational. You know, there's some situations where it'd be better to turn into them, some situations where it'd be better to turn out. But neither is going to matter very, very shortly, because this gentleman is not going to get out of range again, and I have a feeling, Dgen is going to make certain of that. Pretty much just stalking the prey here, which is, you know, something the Japanese are known for. They're known for their torp boats. And that's exactly what we have going on here. Just stealthtorp.com. Another friendly goes down for the bad guys. Not a good look for them. Things are getting significantly more exponentially difficult than they were previously. This is not a good look for them. This gentleman is going to eat some fish, whether he wants to or not, and kablamo. It looked like 3 solid hits there to me, and he is going to be at the bottom of the channel. 2 remaining bad guys here. We've got one to our 11 o'clock here. You could tell Dgen is getting the guns lined up. He's like, you know what? We have, you know, 6 versus 2 of them. Why not? Why not fire at him? It's not that big a deal. If he puts any rounds on me, I'll just, you know, turn off or give him the old stern wiggle, which is a favorite technique of mine when you're being pursued. Not a whole lot going on, though. You know, right now, as far as a threat to us, as far as friendlies go, we do have 2/3 of the caps there, points-wise, which is a good thing. And that's the thing, you know, more often than not, you know, the game ends up timing out on you, you know, if you're doing too well. So in order to kind of have a really good game, you know, the team has to do just good enough, but not too good. And that's what a lot of folks don't understand. They think you can come in here and you can make your own rules. But, you know, if your team collapses and you have to do all the heavy lifting, sometimes it doesn't work out. This gentleman is in trouble right here, folks. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel some type of way for this gentleman. He feels some type of way. Most of all, Dgen feels some type of way, but in a good way. Secondary's going off here. We're going to see if we can't pepper him. Thank goodness the other guy takes care of him, because I am not certain we could have finished the job there with just merely the deck guns. You know, in a deck gun versus secondary type of situation, it's still not a good look. It's anybody's game, but you know, specifically, it's not a good look for the DD operator. 1 gentleman left on the board. It's a matter of time. That's all it boils down to. 135,000 damage. Just out here making it happen. And we're essentially just rolling around, waiting to find this gentleman, put some rounds on him, get him off the map, and collect our check. And let me tell you something, folks. It is hefty. It is hefty in the credit area. And I tell you what, I have never seen this much money being able to be made. I mean, maybe the Atlanta comes close. Maybe somebody can confirm or deny that down below if they've seen an Atlanta game where you get this much bread. I don't know. So let me know down below in the comments what you folks think. You know, because it is a ton of cash there. It is a ton of it. just kind of rolling around here, folks, just waiting on these guys. And also, guys, if you would like to be featured on the channel, by all means let me know. You can let me know on Xbox, Boulevard the Fell-Handed on Facebook. You can send me a message there. If you send me a message on Twitter, be very careful, because I mainly just post things on Twitter then immediately leave. So a lot of times folks have said, hey boy, I tried to reach you on Twitter and you didn't respond for like 6 weeks. Yeah. So yeah, just make sure I'm aware of you sending me a message, and we will get you in the queue to get featured on the channel. Alrighty, moving on. We are just hunting this last remaining DD here. You know, it's kind of a game of cat and mouse there. We've got him spotted, it looks like. Gonna see if we can't pepper him up nicely with the deck guns. Poor traverse is a hallmark of the non-gunboat. But that being said, you know, you're either gonna have good guns or good torps. Oh my god, that is a wave of absolute hatred. Can he split it and he gets killed before they connect? Talk about a stroke of good luck. 854,000 credits, 137,000 damage. 854,000, that is a ton of credits. Folks, I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and make sure to check out JarHead and Dgen's channel below. Lots of really good, really informative stuff down there. You can really learn how to play the game better. See you guys next time.